Hi everyone, I'm here to do another tag. This is the book Randomicity Tag that I saw going around at the readables. This is a crazy long list, so I'm going to get started because there are 25 questions. First question, what book would you like to see be made into a movie? I thought I just screwed the sentence up, but I didn't. I really like books with Greek mythology references in it, so I would say Star-Crossed by Josephine Angelini, although that would be maybe better in a miniseries. I would love to see Divergent by Veronica Roth be made into a movie because the book is awesome. Question number 2, favorite or least favorite genre of books? Favorites are dystopians, books with reference to Greek mythology in it, and I just usually like to read any kind of fantasy, really. And my least favorite genre is probably sci-fi, but I haven't really read a lot of books that are sci-fi, so yeah. Have you ever acted? If so, what performances and roles? No, besides the School Musical, I haven't. Spaghetti with or without meatballs? With meatballs. Question number 5. Character you wish would go fall into an abyss and never come out? Dolores Umbridge. And Bill Compton from the Suki Stackhouse series, because I hate him. What have you learned today? That I have to ask priority stamps for letters like these stamps. That I have to ask them the right person at the post office, because the stupid man that was there in the weekend didn't want to sell them to me, and now I asked it to the lady that was there today, and she just gave it to me. So that's what I learned. Yeah, that's a sucky thing to learn, but yeah, that's what I learned. Have you ever cried during a book? Yes. I get sucked into books, like really sucked into books, so I get, not with all of them of course, but in some titles I just get really emotional. I cried during the Harry Potter series. Sing Me to Sleep was really bad. I really cried with that one. So yeah, I cry when it gets emotional. Not with every book, just when I really feel connected with the characters or the story, or it just moves me. So yes. What is the longest time you waited for a book to be released? What book was it? Well, I'm not really long into books. I started my blog in September, but I didn't really get into serious blogging until like December or something. But I've been waiting for Forever by Maggie Stiefvater ever since I finished Linger, which was probably in January. So that's not too long, and it comes out in July, so. What is the last book you would ever read? Oh geez. It's kind of harsh. I don't think I will say that there's a book that would be the last one that I will ever read. No. Who would you rather meet? Taylor Swift or Taylor Lautner? If I have to pick one, because they're both not my favorite people, I would go with Taylor Lautner. Harry Potter or Twilight? Well, duh, Harry Potter is for me. I like Twilight, but I didn't love it, and the more I came to think of it after I finished the series, the less I liked it. I thought Twilight lacked the strong female heroines, and Harry Potter has tons of tough female characters, and I just think that J.K. Rowling is such a better storyteller than Stephanie Meyer is. I'm sorry. 12. Do you get sucked into a book quickly, or does it take a while to let it sink? In, and how long does it take? It depends on the book. Some books I immediately fall in love with and I can't put it down. And some books take a little while for me to get into it. I'm currently reading The City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I'm about 50 or 60 pages in and I'm not really feeling it, which is weird to me because I really love City of Bones and I was completely into it from like page 5 or something, and City of Ashes is just a little slow for me. Weird talent you have. Oh geez, define weird. I have no clue. I can copy someone's accent if I've listened to them talk enough. If I listen to someone talking for 5 minutes, I can probably copy their accent. Is that a weird talent? I don't know. When I was in London, it was really, really funny and really embarrassing as well, because we were in a hotel with I think the owners were Pakistani, but I don't know. But they had an accent, and I really liked their accent, but because I was talking to them, I copied the accent, and they looked at me like I was crazy. So that was kind of embarrassing, but oh well, what do you do? Where am I? 14. Ketchup, mustard, or both? Ketchup, because I don't like mustard. Favorite Pokemon? Oh my god. I have no clue. I don't really know a lot of Pokemon. My sister was a really big fan when she was little. I have no idea. I can think of Pikachu and Togepi, but no. I don't know. I'm sorry. Best subject in school. I was really good in Dutch and English. Those were my best subjects. I was really good in PE as well because I was still sporting. Then I was a diver. And my least subject was history, but it was mostly because of my teacher, and he deliberately failed me for his course. That was such a... yeah, that was not a nice thing to do with the man. And I was not that good in German, but that was mostly because we had to do... I was judged on listening and speaking German, and I can listen. I can probably perfectly understand what you're saying, because I have a really strong accent. In my Dutch accent, my pronunciation of German words just came out wrong, and that's why my grades were so low. So yeah. Most embarrassing moment. I haven't had an embarrassing moment for a long time. When I was in school, I fell on the square in front of the school with a friend who fell on top of me with her bike. That was kind of embarrassing. So, I'm going to go with that. Time in history you wish you lived. Oh, in history. You know what? I'm not really... I hated history because of my teacher, because he deliberately failed me for his course. It wasn't my favorite subject to begin with, and I thought it was boring. But if I have to pick a time in history, I think I would go with the 50s or the 60s. I don't know why. Or the 80s, because they had great music. I would be older in the 80s, that's what I mean. Question number 19. American Idol fan. Well, not really a fan. I try to watch clips on YouTube, because in the Netherlands they won't broadcast it, so I'm stuck with internet showings. So, not really. I'm a big fan of X Factor though. 20. Best author or writing style wise? Oh, best author, writing style wise. I love J.K. Rowling. I think she's a great storyteller. I love Rick Riordan because he's so incredibly funny. I love Lauren Oliver because she has a beautiful writing style and she has me hooked with her stories. And I love Maggie Stiefvater's writing style because it's so musical, I would say. I don't know another word for it, but I think she's a great writer. Coffee addict. No, I do not like coffee. Fan of books centered around animals. I should admit, I haven't really read a lot of books that are centered around animals, unless you count werewolves. So, I don't know. Question 23. Favorite candy? Chocolate. I love probably everything chocolate except the yellow M&Ms because I don't like the combination of peanuts and chocolate because I'm weird like that. Worst required book you've had to read? Well, we had such a boring list of books that we had to read in school. They only had books that were released in the 80s. And they were all adult titles, but no classics. And I was recommended The Hobbit by one of my teachers. Did not like it, thought it was horrible. I tried to read Catcher in the Rye, but wasn't for me. And there was another book that was even worse, but I can't think of the title. What do you get at McDonald's? I don't really like McDonald's, and if I had to get something there, I would probably go for the McNuggets or McFlurry, but not the one with the peanut M&Ms because I do not like peanut M&Ms. So, yeah, that's 12 minutes of talking about a tag, 25 questions. If you haven't done this tag and you're watching this video, I'm tagging you. So leave your tag video as a video response below and I'll check it out. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.